Shilo Sanders claims Deion Sanders removed him from trust fund. After $5 million property temptation in the world of the Sanders family, drama and laughter always seem to collide in the most unexpected ways. Shilo Sanders, the middle child of football legend and Colorado Buffaloes head coach Deion Coach Prime Sanders, has once again found himself in the spotlight, this time over a mix of money, family, and a $5 million dream home that slipped right through his fingers. For years, Shilo has been known as the prankster of the Sanders clan. He's charming, witty, and always ready with a perfectly timed joke. But beneath the humor, there's often a sting of truth. Recently, in one of his YouTube vlogs, Shilo gave fans a glimpse into his hunt for luxury real estate in Miami, Florida. What started as a casual house tour quickly turned into an emotional confession and a viral moment that got everyone talking. It began innocently enough. Shilo was walking through a gorgeous 5-bedroom apartment, boasting panoramic ocean views and a design straight out of a celebrity magazine. It had everything: modern interiors, wide glass balconies, and that unmistakable Miami vibe. But as the realtor casually mentioned the price tag, it's listed for $5 million, the atmosphere shifted. Shilo's face changed from excitement to disbelief. His response wasn't one of frustration, though. It was pure Shilo, playful, sarcastic, and painfully honest. "Do you watch football?" he asked the realtor, who smiled and nodded. "How often do you watch football?" Shilo pressed. When the man replied, "Every Sunday," Shilo fired back with his trademark grin. "You ever see me playing?" The room burst into laughter, but then came the punchline that cut a little deeper than most. "You know what a trust fund is?" Shilo asked. When the realtor nodded, Shilo delivered the gut punch. "I ain't get that." It was the kind of humor that hides truth behind a laugh, and this time that truth hit hard. According to Shilo, Coach Prime had removed him from the family trust fund, reportedly after he used it once before to build a playground for Deion's grandson, affectionately known as Snow. Whether Shilo was joking or confessing didn't matter. The internet heard him loud and clear. The middle Sanders child might just be living without the financial cushion his last name suggests. For a young man once on the cusp of an NFL career, that's not an easy reality to face. The fall from the NFL dream Shilo Sanders' football journey has been anything but smooth. After going undrafted, he signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, hoping to make a name for himself outside of his father's enormous shadow. But things took a turn for the worse when he was ejected from a preseason game against Buffalo after a scuffle on the field. Not long after that, the Buccaneers released him. Suddenly, the athlete who once dreamed of NFL fame found himself on the outside looking in. And the world noticed. A clip of Shilo surfaced online in which he half joked, half confessed that he had no money left after his release. It went viral, not because people pitied him, but because his humor made the pain relatable. Still, Shilo didn't let the setback crush him. Instead, he pivoted. "Mentally, I'm good," he said in one of his videos. "I have a lot of talents: music, acting, modeling. I'm well-versed, and my parents made sure of that," and he's right. The Sanders family has always preached adaptability and faith. Deion himself echoed that sentiment when asked about Shilo's career struggles. "He's my son," Coach Prime said. "I'm proud of all my kids, and I've prepared them for anything life and sports can throw at them." So while the $5 million Miami condo might be a little out of reach for now, Shilo isn't letting that define him. He's carving out his own lane as a content creator, entertainer, and media personality. And if the trust fund door really did close on him, he seems determined to build a new one from scratch, from football fields to YouTube feeds. If there's one thing Shilo has mastered, it's turning real-life struggles into entertainment gold. His YouTube vlogs blend comedy, self-deprecation, and authenticity in a way that's rare in the influencer world. Fans don't just watch him for laughs. They see someone learning, failing, and growing in real time. One of his most memorable moments came just before Coach Prime underwent yet another surgery related to his leg issues, a battle that has already cost the Colorado coach 2 toes. Deion, always the family man, wanted to have a serious conversation with each of his children before the procedure. But when he called Shilo, the tone shifted instantly, looking his father straight in the eye. Shilo said, "If you give me $5 million, I'll make sure you don't have to get surgery." Even Deion couldn't resist playing along. "And what does $5 million buy me exactly?" he asked. Without missing a beat, Shilo replied, "I'll make sure you have the best care." Then he dropped the kicker. "If you give me 5, I'll make sure you're alive." The entire room, Deion included, burst out laughing. It was pure Shilo, irreverent, quick-witted, and somehow both ridiculous and touching at the same time. The exchange, captured on well-off media, showed more than just a comedic moment. It revealed the deep, loving bond between a father who has given everything to his family and a son who masks his affection with humor. It also revealed something else, coincidence or not. The 5 million number keeps popping up in Shilo's story. 5 million for the condo, 5 million to save his dad. Maybe it's a running joke, or maybe it's a symbol of the success he's still chasing. The Sanders legacy, more than just money for all their fame. The Sanders family's story isn't about wealth, it's about identity. Deion's larger-than-life personality casts a long shadow, and his children have spent years trying to define themselves outside of it. Shedeur, the youngest, is currently climbing his own mountain as the Cleveland Browns' backup quarterback, fighting for his NFL breakthrough. Deion Jr. has found his niche in media and production, helping shape his father's online empire. And then there's Shilo, the wild card, the comic relief, the one who always finds a way to make people laugh, even when the joke's on him. His struggles and antics might look like chaos from the outside, but there's a strange beauty in how he keeps pushing forward. Whether it's joking about a missing trust fund or clowning around about multi-million-dollar homes, Shilo's humor keeps the Sanders family human. Coach Prime once said, "My kids are prepared for anything life throws their way." Maybe that's exactly what we're seeing. Shilo's trust fund might be gone, but his spirit and his relentless drive to make something out of nothing remains untouched. What's next for Shilo Sanders? The $5 million Miami condo may still be out of reach, but Shilo has other options on the table. There are whispers of a $25,000 per month rental deal, still luxury by any standard, and plenty of business opportunities, flowing his way through his content and brand. Partnerships. More importantly, Shilo seems to be finding purpose beyond fame. He's entertaining, inspiring, and connecting with people in a way few ex-athletes manage to do. His authenticity, the same honesty that makes him joke about being broke, is what makes fans stick around. Maybe one day he'll buy that $5 million condo. Maybe he'll build it himself. But whether or not Coach Prime ever adds him back to the trust fund, one thing is clear. Shilo Sanders doesn't need a check to cash in on charisma. In a family built on greatness, Shilo has found his own way to shine, not by following the playbook, but by rewriting it with laughter, love, and just the right amount of chaos.